Hey there, my fellow Kages. This is Ace Kage Mottes, and today we are going to be doing the Tobirama mission. But first, I want to give a shout out to a fellow brave Kage who has posted the Tobirama S rank video, blue only, the one that I put up yesterday. He put it up on the Blazing subreddit without anyone having to tell him to do so. He did it out of his own free will to want to help out and spread the message that the objectives are being completed over here in this channel by the Ace Kages, which is what the A and the K mean, by the way. So I want to give a shout out to Dragoner. All right, I want to give a shout out to him, a fellow Kage who has done this. You know, as always, listen, when I put up a helpful video, if you really feel like it's helpful, of course you guys feel like it's helpful, but I mean, like, if you really want to share it, you can always share it, you know, not just the subreddit, with your friends, with people who you know need this kind of help with the objectives. Definitely, I encourage you guys to share those videos. If you're gonna post it on a subreddit, I always say to make sure that somebody hasn't done it already. If you see that no one has posted up the video, then definitely share it. And if you do find that someone has shared the video, for example, like Dragoner here, who shared the video already, then just support that post, upvote it, comment on it. That way other people, more people can see it. But yeah, definitely Dragoner, well done, man. Good job. I found this and I saw this. It was brought to my attention. Awesome job, Dragoner. Definitely going to give you a shout out for that. And well, I'm also putting it here just in case it gets taken down, so you guys see that it was up and it got took down. But hopefully they don't take it down, because it should not be taken down, because it is a helpful video that no one else has done or put up. Okay, now going into the main event, guys. Now that shout out is out of the way, we are going to go ahead and do this raid. Now, you do not need Bundle Tsunade for this mission. I only brought Bundle Tsunade because I wanted to showcase her and do this raid with her, so you see how good she is and how good she can be. But you don't need her. You can also bring another skill healer, another skill Kabuto. You could always bring, you know, another skill unit that provides healing or a dodge. You do not need the bundle units. I mean, that's why they are bundle units, because they are optional units that you can use in the game. They are not units that are mandatory for these missions. And well, in general, these raids don't require just one team formation. There's many combinations you can use. So we're going to start off immediately here, you know, comboing these guys. As you can see, they all start off with danger, all right? In fact, and then there's one support unit, so you're going to want to split them up a little, because they're all going to start dealing some damage on you. Their jutsus are AoE, meaning they hit more than one of your units at once, so you're going to want to keep them separated while at the same time damaging them. Utakata, I brought an Utakata friend. Unfortunately, I could not pull him, which sucks, but he is so good for this raid. If you bring an Utakata friend, he will do so much work for you in this raid. I would recommend bringing him. He's really strong, long range, good AoE damage dealer, hitting more than one enemy at once. Utakata, very good. Notice that my Hashirama is not limit broken yet, guys. So imagine, I did it without limit breaking my Hashirama. If you guys have a limit broken Hashirama, then by all means, you will have an easier time doing this than me, because I did it without limit break. See that right there? Okay, now I have Sakura for healing, Kabuto for healing as well. Tsunade is another healer. You could always bring another Kabuto in her place. Believe me, it'll work just as well. Another green Kabuto or another green unit that is good too for dodging or with a barrier, maybe, that could avoid taking damage. That also acts as a form of lessening the damage. Like, for example, 5-star Kidomaru, I think he has the Kidomaru, the Sound 4 ninja. He has a barrier, or another unit that has a barrier as well could work, or another healer. Is there another 5-star green healer? If there is, then bring that, okay? But I'm just showcasing Tsunade here, the bundle one. And yeah, so now we're stalling. I always speed up the stalling for you guys, you know, because of course the stalling takes a while sometimes, depends. And while this raid was much longer than you guys see here, so imagine, even with the speed ups that I'm doing, the raid itself was still much longer. So yeah, doing these raids, guys, is time consuming, but I do it for you guys because I want to help you guys out, because that is how we do it here in the Ace Kage clan. And going into that, the first map, by the way, I believe each map is like same thing, 3 waves. You know, Hashirama is definitely a lot more easier than Tobirama, by the way. Hashirama is a lot more easier than Tobirama. His raid is a lot more forgiving than Tobirama's raid. Tobirama's raid is a lot more hardcore. I would say it's a lot more intense. Definitely way much more units that are ready to hit you, ready to take you out. And there's just more in Tobirama's ultimate in his impact mission than Hashirama's. For Hashirama, it is, you know, it's 3 waves. So the first map, you know, we just take them out, deal with the 3 waves. We stall where we need to build up our chakra and our jutsu. Now, one thing I recommend, if you're going to be stalling, then you can what I recommend is you do something at the same time while you stall, because it shouldn't be tedious or tiresome for you to do it. What I recommend is maybe you can have the TV on, or maybe you can be like watching something else, an anime, I don't know, whatever it is. The point is that don't just, you know, and make it a little bit more less of a stall fest, I guess you could say. Yeah, you know, I mean, this is what I think is good about this game, is that it gives you the option to do different, you know, things at the same time. Okay, now, because of the way it is. Now, you guys saw there, Utakata, so good. We start off the map immediately, and there was already a set of enemies ready to go. We already blasted them all at the same time using Utakata's ultimate. That's why it was good that we stalled and we built up our jutsus, because then we could use his ultimate to annihilate the enemies. You're going to want to do that as well if you're using Utakata or another AoE damage dealer. Even though Utakata reminds me of Itachi or Kirin Sasuke for the red, because of how good his damage is. Or even Naruto as well, Blue Naruto. That's what Utakata reminds me of. Funny, because Naruto is a Jinchuriki just like Utakata. So yeah, guys, so you're going to want to use Utakata. They're a really good unit for those mobs, for those AoE, you know. Always leave one alive so you can stall with him. I do believe that it is good to leave the mob alive that has the bottom left one when the wave first starts. I think leaving the bottom left one alive keeps the second wave from spawning. So if you go back in the video, notice I left one of them alive, the one in the bottom left, and I did that on purpose to keep the second wave from spawning in. So we're gonna go ahead and stall now, while at the same time using my my Kabuto and Utakata to take out one of these guys so I can stall a little bit better. So yeah, we're just having a good time here, very comfortable. We're not dealing with too much damage. Overall, I would say that this is very doable. Like I said, without that Tsunade, you can definitely do it. If you have an extra Kabuto, bring him along. Going into the clan itself, if you want to join the Ace Kage clan, just add those 2 brackets with the A and the K to your name. Leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel, guys. Definitely spread the message of the Ace Kage clan. We're doing the objectives. We are helping each other out. We have a Facebook group, over 180 members, guys, already. Over 180 members. Definitely going to want to look at that Facebook group. We help each other out there. We do raids together. I put up the units when people need them. People have added me, even though I think we need more characters, more friend space, because man, your friend list starts filling up pretty fast. Definitely. Okay, notice how Hashirama really good as well. He has an AoE ultimate, guys. So his ultimate is really useful for this raid as well, because it immobilizes and it does a good amount of damage, and this is without limit break. Hashirama is such a good unit, guys. Definitely, it's funny because I would say that he is probably mostly the better of the 2 if you limit break him, because he gets most damage and decent health, versus Tobirama is just mostly decent health and decent damage, you see. But Hashirama has that immobilize, which is really, really useful, guys. So limit breaking Hashirama, I would say, is definitely worth it for sure. Okay, now there we go, using Sakura's ultimate jutsu. As you can see, her jutsu is good because it has an immobilize and it deals damage as well, her ultimate. If I'm not mistaken, Orochimaru should have spawned in on the third wave. Okay, so he should have spawned in on the third wave. So if you know, just be ready because he will spawn in and then you're gonna have to deal with him. He does a single target jutsu that weakens your attack as well, just like in a Tobirama raid. He has a large range as well, if I'm not mistaken, just like in a Tobirama raid. So you're gonna want to be careful when dealing with this Orochimaru. He does a lot of damage and he also spams his jutsu from time to time. There you go, you see he's ready to spam it again, guys. Be very careful. And if I get the waves wrong, guys, you guys can always count it yourself, you know, because sometimes I get it wrong. You know, we all make mistakes, right? Sometimes I get it wrong. So if I get it wrong, then while you're watching the video, you can always count the waves yourself of enemies before Orochimaru spawns and before Tobirama spawns as well. Like I was saying about the Facebook group, if you want, you could add me on Facebook. I will add you to the group, or you can go to the group yourself and request to join. It is in the description below. That is where you will find the information to join the Ace Kage group and join the clan. Like I said, represented in the game. Add the A and the K in those brackets, or if you can't fit the brackets, you can always just add the A and the K either in front or behind your name. It's fine. The point is that you're representing. If you got to modify your name a little to make it fit, do what you guys gotta do. Okay, so we took out Orochimaru simply by stalling, by using our jutsus on him, by immobilizing when we needed, by healing, and that's it. We're done with him. We are on to the next map. And here we go, starting off immediately with Utakata, man. So good. If I'm not mistaken, this map should be 3 waves only, but we are going to see in a bit. So this is only the first wave, guys. Once we annihilate those 2 mobs that are ready to do their danger jutsu, it's just a matter of stalling once again to get our chakra back and our health back in order. Even though I didn't really lose a lot of health. So it's mostly just our chakra. So listen, if you guys have other team combinations, because I always encourage this in my videos, you know, in the group, definitely write them down and share them with the people. That way everyone gets a perspective on what they can use in this raid. That's what I always say. Always, definitely in the comments below. Also, going about your comments, I do read your comments, okay? And I will be replying to them. You know, it's just that I'm doing the raids and I'm trying to get the videos done for you guys and get them out as fast as possible. You know, especially since these raids are pretty time consuming to do if you're trying to do the Pearl objectives. And I always like to emphasize that this game is not easy and it is not simple. It does require effort to complete these objectives, and definitely I know that is something that you guys appreciate, and I appreciate you guys as well. So we are just having fun here. We are just going ahead and getting ready to deal with the next wave. If I'm not mistaken, we should be on the second wave now, so we should be getting ready to deal with Tobirama. All right, so I want to position it because Tobirama will be spawning. If I'm not mistaken, he spawns like around in the middle or something. So you're gonna want to be ready for when he comes in to be able to use your jutsus. Wait, is it in the middle? We're gonna see in a second. If I'm wrong, I'll make sure to correct it. Believe me, guys. Believe me, it's kind of escaping me right now, but I think it's in the middle. I know that I'm positioning my units to get ready for when he comes in. Okay, no, this is the next wave. If this isn't the second wave, then this is the 4th wave. All right, guys. So I think if that was the 3rd wave we just did, this would be the 4th wave. So that means it is like Tobirama, where there's a mini 4th wave with only 2 units. So I think that's what we did here. Like I said, guys, don't quote me on that because I'm trying to keep track of the waves. But you guys saw how many waves we did. The point is it's either 3 or 4 waves before Hashirama spawns. I think this is the 4th wave, and then Hashirama comes in on the 5th one. If not, then it's the 3rd wave, and then he comes in on the 5th one. But I think it's the 4th one. I think it is, guys. Don't quote me once again, you know. I'm trying to keep track here. But the point is that we're doing it, all right? The point is, whether or not it's the next wave or not, we're stalling to play it safe. That's the whole key here, okay? Regardless, we stall to play it safe. Now, here we go. Like I said, he spawned a little weird. He spawned on the right-hand corner, some of the mobs in the middle, some of them at the top. So you're definitely going to want to start off with Utakata to be able to get a lot of them at the same time. Unfortunately, because of the way they spawned, you cannot get them all at once, you know, which sucks. On A rank you can, but not on S rank. So on S rank, you're going to have to use, you're going to have to hit only 3 of them, including the boss. Always hit the boss, get that slip damage on him. It will help you defeat him. Now, we have to deal with that mob at the top, so I'm going to go ahead and use Neji's Immobilize to save myself from taking that damage, alright? Immobilizing is so good, Neji is so useful. Notice that I have 3 immobilizers with me. I have Neji, Hashirama, and Sakura. All 3 can immobilize. Definitely very useful. Sasori also would be good for this raid. Sasori or a Shippuden Sasuke definitely could bring those as well. Okay, now here we go. 2 healers should be good enough, by the way. You don't even need the 3rd healer, which is Tsunade. That's just an extra. Like I said, you could always replace her with Sasori or who the Shippuden Sasuke. Okay, now we took out the other mob, so now we are left alone with Hashirama, so it will be easier to deal with him now. Sakura is so good because of that heal. It is a large ranged heal, and it's so useful, man. It is better than Tsunade's because Tsunade's is short range and it requires you to get close to your units, to your other units, but Sakura's is large ranged, healing 3,000. Really good heal coming from Sakura. Very good unit. Definitely glad that I pulled her. Yeah, and that's also what helps when I pull these units, guys, is because I can make these raid guides for you. You know, it helps to pull strong units so I can show you guys team combinations that you can use to do these Pearl objectives, to do these raids, to do these missions. Alright, so here we go again, using Hashirama's ultimate to do good damage and immobilize at the same time. Imagine if he was limit broken, man, he would be so useful. Now, we do not have a perfect dodger, therefore we are gonna have to keep up with his damage, and we should be able to do that because I do have a good amount of healing in store, but just in case, you always want to play it safe. Then again, if you have a lot of damage, then you probably don't need as much healing. Now, we gotta dodge there because Sakura's, Tsunade's healing bundle Tsunade is pretty handy because it does give you a perfect dodge. So definitely, Tsunade is a good bundle unit. That's why I got her when I saw her, because I realized that she was definitely good. Yeah, but like I said, you don't need her. I just keep emphasizing that because I want to make it clear you do not need her. And I know that there are some of you that have probably completed this objective without her. So by all means, let me know what you used. That way others can see it as well. Yeah. Okay, so we're almost done here, guys. We almost have Utakata's ultimate ready to go. You guys know that we are going to unload on him as soon as it is ready, because that is how you're going to beat him. You don't want to stall too much. You just want to unload on him when you can. Sometimes I stall a little bit extra to kind of build up more chakra with all of my units and to finish him at once, but then sometimes I just do it right away because I don't like wasting turns, you know. I would rather his ultimate just get used right away. That way we can just build up our chakra again as soon as possible. You guys get what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay, so here we go. We did a good amount of damage there. The good thing about Utakata is that his ultimate gives him 3 chakra bars, and you also get a next one, and he does really good damage on his regular jutsu. Definitely with the slip damage there, such a good unit. But Hashirama immobilizes us, okay? Hashirama does immobilize. Keep that in mind. His ultimate does immobilize. But look at that. We are pretty much done with him at this point. We are good. It doesn't matter. Neji countered, and that is how we beat him. So yeah, guys, that's it. That's it. What do you think, huh? We're having fun completing these objectives like only Kage's clan. If you're wondering why you should join, if you consider yourself a good player, an elite member of this game, if you love this game, if you love playing, if you love completing objectives, you are a Kage. In the anime, Kages were the most respected, the most honored. Kages were the ones people looked up to, and we are the Ace Kages. So yeah, if you want to join, that's plenty of reason to join. Alright, check out the videos in the description below, and at the end of this video, I always link 2 videos you can click on, whether you're on PC or on mobile. Thank you for watching, guys. Let me know what your experience was in this raid. Once again, don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel. Leave a like showing your support and your comments. I love you guys. I love all those things you guys do. And well, we're doing this together all the way. See you guys next time.